and higher healing vibrations. Cosmic Cat here. Welcome to my channel. All right, let's get right into affirmations for the inner child for September 8th. September 8th, turn right to it. Learning. I am discovering my passion for learning. As a child, the month of September meant the beginning of school. I was always excited to see all my friends, but dreaded the confining walls that kept me imprisoned 9 months a year. I listened to teachers lecture hour after hour. I longed to get out and explore my world, to see, touch, smell, and experiment with my environment. My love of learning was diminished, and I began to associate learning with boredom. Now, as an adult, it's time to change my beliefs. I understand that painful school experiences can cause feelings of low self-esteem that last a lifetime. Just because my method of learning was different from others does not mean I am stupid. Today, I will learn one new thing about the world. I will learn it my way. I will visit a museum, read a book, listen to a tape, or talk to friends. My inner child is alive with curiosity as I discover my passion for learning. Yes, learning. September, interesting how September used to be the beginning of school here for some, when these days it's like year round, and school around our area starts in July, the end of July, early August. By September, they've already been in school quite some time. And it is interesting how this has associated. Now, September, if you're a regular on the channel, you know that I call September shadows, because there is a lot that comes and surfaces during the month of September that's very painful personally. However, this September is really potent because yesterday we just had a lunar eclipse. We will have a solar eclipse coming. We also just had the harvest full moon, which was extremely bright and gorgeous. The energy was very intense. Did you feel it intensely? Share in the comments below if you did. But there's going to be a lot of darkness rise for the month of September right now. So it's going to be imperative that your mind, your thoughts in your mind are clean and clear. Make sure what you're asking for, what you're thinking in your mind. If you have a fearful thought in your mind, use your alchemy, use the magician within you to transform that thought into either just, maybe you can just release it. Just, I hear you, ego. I understand you are here and present with this fear at this time. I've got this now. I'm going to take the wheel, get in the back seat, and really literally feel like as if you had a conversation and the ego just went away. You acknowledged it. You didn't just shove it under the rug and act like it didn't exist, even though it led your life, which is what most people do. You acknowledge the fear, the ego creeping in and not wanting you to look at the darkness, and you shine light straight on it so that you can work through. That's what alchemist is. Alchemy. It's you using your power within yourself that you were born with. Actually, you probably had before you were born here onto earth, but we won't go there. But you're using your own power within and your own mindful awareness to actually take control of your emotions and your life, and to stop letting the ego lead it. Okay? And that's exactly what she's done here. You know, she's been able to change the way she defines learning, the way she defines boredom. And so transforming, are you, where are you at with this? How do you view September? I mean, it's a very transformative time, no matter really where you live. On this side of the world, we're stepping into winter, well, fall first, but sometimes we don't have a fall. It just goes straight to winter. um but our bodies are transitioning to get used to like 40, 48 degrees weather right now, really chilly at night, from the lows being in 70s. It's a big difference. So um learning, how do you feel about learning? How do you define learning for yourself? What are your beliefs? Do you like going to the museum? Let's just pull some cards and see what else Spirit would like to add to this today. Also, if it is your birthday, please check out the birthday reading. If you maybe you can also check your birth chart to see how significant Virgo or Mercury are in your birth chart. Check your moon and your rising sign. Look at this. Not sure about you guys, but I was completely, I'm still completely affected by the full moon and the energy of the eclipse. And I'm not even on this side of, on the side of the world where you could see it. I think Europe, Asia, Australia, there's some other continents and countries that could see it, but I'm in the States and we couldn't see it here. But the energy you could feel. Okay, we'll take this one too. All right. Have you ever been to a museum? I'm specifically asking this to someone because Spirit is asking this. Spirit's asking this through me as a channel. I also have a crystal ball for scrying. I will give scrying messages if they come through during this session at this time. I do this willingly, give my time, because Spirit's guided me to do this. However, it's not something that I am making money at doing. So the more that you can subscribe, like, or comment, engage with me on this and share how these cards affect you and the readings, the videos affect you. Maybe share your insight on where you're at and engage. I would really appreciate that for sure, because I know that this is resonating for some. A garden of your own. Yeah. Create a garden of your own if you do not have one. And if you do not have one and you don't really want to create a garden of your own, there's a couple of options. You can go to a friend's garden, go to the woods. You could go to a nature preserve, a park, and sit under a tree there, surrounded by flowers in nature, for some time to write in your journal and reflect on how you feel about learning. What do you think about learning? How September feels for you. Maybe even because she did mention here that it reflecting September meaning school, maybe that triggered you in some way. It definitely triggered someone because I'm feeling the energy now. Did you have a conflict within your life of where you were happy to go to school because you got to see your friends, but you didn't like the purpose of school, of going to learn? Did you feel imprisoned or did you feel eager? Were you a Lisa or a Bart? And it's kind of like you can relate this to also the Simpsons, as I like to do reference. But yeah, a Lisa or a Bart. It's a perfect explanation. Lisa loved to go to school, loved to learn, and she understood learning as what it's meant for, to gain knowledge, to gain an understanding about something. Actually, we can totally just look this definition up. Let's look the definition up and see. What does learning? Let's see what that means. This is something that Spirit may be guiding you to do as well. The acquisition of knowledge or skills through experience, study, or being taught. So it is knowledge, it is learning, and it's learning through skills, through others, through study. Okay? We have strength. You're strong enough to do this. For those doubting that they don't have the strength to do it, you do have the strength to do it. Spirit is showing you this right here. You have the strength to actually tame a lion. And this is a soul card. This is directly related to your soul. And it will take strength in order to conquer this this thought pattern that was embedded into your brain at a very early age. I mean, think of when you started to go to school, 8 years old. We have the Ten of Swords. Yeah, you're gonna let go of this. You're letting go of all of these old ideas, and you're going through this right now. You see that sunrise? Look at how gorgeous that passionate, fiery, ambitious sun is right there with you. As you release this heaviness into the earth, the heaviness, the old ideals, the old belief system, the old patterns that you were taught, the old thoughts of learning being bored, the old thoughts of learning being something to dread. Learning is an opportunity. It's an opportunity to grow. Honestly, on my spiritual path, I struggle now more so with, and I guess I don't consider it a struggle with my spiritual journey, but sometimes I have to take spiritual breaks, and I have to take a break from it. And it's all to balance. So if you are like intensely on your journey and path, maybe you're supposed to be right now, but there may come a time where, or if you're on your path and you've been on it a while and you're starting to feel any sort of other funky way, like gunk, like pipes clogged up in your body, or you're not feeling like you once did on your awakening, where you just feel so light and free and ready for anything. Yeah. So it is important to take a break every now and then. Remember to still be lighthearted, to still do things that are joyful. And Spirit still brings gifts to me and that make me smile, and I'm so very happy and pleased with the gifts. And it's also fun to find these gifts. It's almost like the game Clue. I really, the Clue game has been popping up in my mind a lot. If that's been popping up in your mind, please share in the comments below. But you're releasing, and it took your strength. First you wrote about it. It's been weighing on your mind. Just learning what it is that you're struggling with. The learning process. And maybe it's school. So what school was for you as an adolescent, as a child. Maybe that's the trigger. Maybe that's what the challenge is, and what is meant to shine light on, so that you can expose it, bring it out into the open, and then allow that energy to be released. With your strength, release that. And then you have help here. Then you're able to actually seek some help and assistance to gain safety. You're releasing, so what you're releasing is not just all of these swords. Spirit's just telling me that all of these swords are not possibly yours. Some of these swords belong to others, maybe teachers, maybe family members, siblings. They belong to others as well. And it's their own conflict or their own thoughts, but yet you absorbed them, you took them on, maybe unknowingly, maybe perhaps, but you're releasing this all. You've got your power back, and now you're able to release everyone else's back to them and regain a new, redefine learning for you through this Six of Swords here. This is about safety, moving away from troubled waters into a calm stillness. And you're getting help with this, possibly by a male figure. So if you feel stranded, if you feel you had to release some swords. So it's, if you also, they're definitely with the swords showing up. You want to make sure that you are being fair to yourself and fair to others. You're also taking ownership and accountability for yourself and having a healthy boundary placed for others to also have their own responsibility and accountability for their self and their actions. That's not meant for you to take on. And you learned this through this, and now you're not going to do that. Yeah. That is the message I have for you today. I'll gaze into the crystal ball for a moment to see if there's a message that Spirit would like to share. This safety, this protection could be coming from an ascended master. Take note that this is a 6. 6 is the number of love. Self-love is extremely important. Check in with your inner child today. How is your inner child doing? Greet your inner child in the morning. Place your hand on your abdomen and ask your inner child, what can I do for you today? Be patient. Allow quietness and stillness. Be aware, pay attention to your body functions, your breath, your body, your surroundings. And know that peace is on its way. That's the message that I do have for you today. Feel free to check out that birthday reading or the other 3 short readings that Spirit has guided me to do on this path. I appreciate your subscription and your like and any comment that you may like to leave regarding this reading today. Have a cosmic day and tonight, meow.